Hi everybody.
Hello.
Welcome and welcome back to
Yeah.
another episode of What Do People podcast.
Woo!
Yes, and my name is Tekla. I'm gonna be your host and moderator for this episode.
Come on now. Come on now.
Let's
I
go.
am Shanira, one half of What Do People.
And I know you've heard a very annoying voice in the background. Cousin is back again.
Wow.
Cousin is back again.
Yeah, he's back. We love him.
Yes, so say hi, cousin.
Hi, everyone.
Yes. And today, the topic at hand, we're going to talk about drum rolls. We're going to talk about dating in Dar and how much it's the pits. It's
Ghetto.
The pits. The ghetto hood.
It's so tough. It's tougher than a mathematics exam in Form 2.
What? Babe, Form 2 was easy.
I mean,
Yeah, we all got A's in my class.
Yes.
Okay. Form 5.
it's
You
giving.
did maths.
It's
Yeah.
giving. You went into arts in Form 3, didn't you?
I went into business.
She did.
Actually, no. Forget math. Accounting.
Mm.
The balance sheet. I've never had a balance sheet balance.
Well, we
Yeah.
digress again. We're queen of digressing. Queens of digressing. Yes, so we're going to talk about dating in Dar and our experiences. Dating in Dar, and it's hard, really. It's tough. If you're in Dar es Salaam, you already know what.
You know it's tough.
Yeah, you know it's
Yeah.
tough. So, Shanira, please go first. Give us an overview. When did you start dating? When, just give us a little
Okay,
introduction.
okay.
Yeah?
So Mimi, I was a late beginner. I have always been curious about how it's like to date and to have a boyfriend, but I never did it in my own levels. But every time we come from holidays, people have stories like, oh, Flanny's dating Flanny, Flanny's dating Flanny. We even had it couples of the time.
Oh, yeah, we
and
did.
they were on Snapchat a lot. So I made a promise kwamba nikifika tu form 4 nikimaliza tu I'm gonna get a boyfriend, like the good girl I am, because I want to focus on my studies. Na nikafaulu 1.16. Come on now.
Same.
Thank you.
Talk your shit.
type shit. So after that, I was like, okay, fine. I need a man now. So the first person that came at me, we had these shared groups that you kanosa egos, kanosa nini. So the first guy that showed interest in me and had a rah, because me I'm a rah, like English nini. I met a rah mwenzangu, and I was like, okay, he's the dude.
Oh,
And then remember him? Yeah. So I dated him, more of like a tick box. Yes, and he was my first everything, except sex. We never really had sex, but he was my first kiss, my first hug, my first grope.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm even saying this because my siblings were there. They somehow managed to sneak and see, right? And they used to hate him. My siblings
I didn't like him
used
as
to
well.
hate him. He wasn't meant for me. He's a good dude, but he wasn't for me. I just had to. I'm an achiever. I set a goal.
Yeah.
I stick to it. So I did get my boyfriend for the first 2 months, 3 months, and I found myself not liking him and resenting him. And whenever I would go out, I wouldn't want to be with him because I'm like, I'm seeing other guys who are really cute.
Yes.
Because, I never really liked him. But I did achieve the goal of having a boyfriend. And I think that was the last time I had a boyfriend for a couple of years because I was like, Since then, commitment became tough. To discuss this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about you, cousin?
Cousin has been on the streets.
Hey, this one was born in the
Where
streets.
all your faves, all
I
your
grew up in
faves.
the street, so for the people that know me, they know that I'm notoriously single. I've been single for a while, for about 7 years now.
Define single
Define
to
single.
you, please. Because that's another issue with
means,
dating.
Single means as much as there's women out there who could call me theirs, they can never call me their boyfriend. You could be like,
Okay.
that's my man, that's my daddy.
Nobody can claim you.
No one can say that's my boyfriend. There's no one on my phone right now who would be mad if they caught me with someone else. Or who's allowed to express that they're mad. They can
Yes,
be
who's
mad.
allowed
They can
to
be
express,
mad,
but they
but
can't
they have
express
no
that they're mad.
grounds to complain about it.
Yeah.
For the past
Yeah.
7 years.
And actually, Shanira, when you were talking about your first experience, I was thinking about it, and now I'm thinking my first experiences within relationships has always been the side nigga role. I might have
You need to unpack
revolutionized.
that in therapy.
Yeah, I might have revolutionized.
LOL! Okay,
Side nigga.
explain that. Explain that.
This one is a notorious side nigga.
I'm a notorious. I think I'm a retired side nigga now.
I feel
but
that too.
But I'm a
yeah.
notorious. I was a notorious side nigga like maybe 10, 12, 15 years ago. Whenever I started dating, like the first women that I was dating had boyfriends.
Okay.
And I think I
Okay.
gravitated towards them because I wanted the leverage that comes with having a girl, but I didn't want the responsibilities that come with having a boyfriend. I think that's dar life now. Like everyone wants the perks that comes with being with someone, but no one wants the responsibility and the investment and the commitment. And so maybe I am the father of this shit. Maybe I have started this dar wave that people are on now. maybe I started this wave, but yeah. A notorious side nigga. I don't think I'm really much of a side nigga anymore. Yeah. Because some of
that was your origin story.
Yeah. Some of these women who have men now, it's like you can't really tell whether who's the main nigga and who's the side. When you put me and the main nigga, it's like who's really doing what right now. It's blurry. The scene is really blurry. It used to be, it was very clear lines between who the side chick is and who the main chick is. Now it's just blurry lines.
All of you.
Naweza kuta side chick anapewa hela kuliko main chick.
Where?
We'll get to it. We'll unpack it further. We'll unpack it.
Okay.
So for me, I don't know if I should say the truth.
Tell the truth. We listen, we don't
judge. We listen, we don't judge.
So my very first boyfriend was in class 7.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know. I can't say it was a boyfriend because we did nothing really. It was just I liked him, he liked me. We're all shy.
Back when life was simple.
Yeah, it was shy. We were writing each other notes. Nothing ever transpired out of that. Like when we finished class 7, we just but I count him in because that was the first time I actually felt
something.
Feelings. Yeah. My real was after Form 4 as well.
I remember that, yeah.
And it went on for a while.
It was so beautiful.
It was beautiful.
It was the best.
Perfect. I don't know.
It was the best.
Was it couple goals?
It was couple goals for some.
It was.
Wow.
For you?
For me, no.
It was couple goals for me. It was.
Yeah, I think I talked to cousin about it, and this was the first time a man was all over me, all about me. And I just didn't feel like that. I was just like,
wait now,
VP,
why you being weird, bro?
Yeah.
Why you too much? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I ended it. I feel bad because he's genuinely a good person.
And I remember encouraging you to be like, leave that nigga.
Yes. You are the reason.
There was a phase where, because imagine I'm a supportive friend. If you come to me complaining, what do you think I'm gonna do?
Yeah. There was a phase where I was struggling, like with him providing for me, I think, kind of thing. But looking back, I'm like, we were young. He was in first year college. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is he hopefully in a happy relationship now, or is he still in the pits of dark?
He's in the pits of darkness.
He's in the pits of dark still. God damn.
Yeah, he's a single guy.
Yeah. Yes. That was my first experience. Of someone really, really loving me.
It was a very nice
experience. It was a nice experience. Then from there, that showed me shaggy. Now this is why we're talking about this topic. I was shown shaggy consistently. Like until I was like, hey God. What did I do to deserve this? It felt like it's karma because of what I did. Like
maybe, yeah.
It could have been.
You met a couple cousins.
Yeah. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. I even tried dating outside Tanzania. I even dated a Kenyan guy. Still like
regional shege.
It's an East African thing. It's an East African community.
Babe.
And I should say he was a Luo man. So whatever they say about Luo men is true.
Hi, Bo, babe. It's true. Kumbuka here Tanzania were not tribalists.
Yes.
He was a Kenyan man.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's go.
First point. I think right now in this area of social media, dating is tough because wapishi ni wengi, ushauri ni mwingi sana, na zina conflictiana. Okay, some people will say be mysterious. Some people will say be yourself. Some people say sprinkle. Other people say be upfront. Others are saying hold back, be hard to get. Yani, me, I've been shauri, and not only online, even in your real life, the big sisters you ask for advice from, people that you trust, they will tell you things that you're thinking, Mona, this is not what someone else said, who you also trust in. So, for example, me nishapewa ushauri kwamba, because I'm talkative, and I just run my mouth, yeah? So someone was saying, Shanira, just try and be quiet.
Damn. Shut up.
How about you try and be quiet, study this person that you're with, and then mkishafika a point where kuna understanding, mmezoeana, then you can start being yourself. But for now, don't change yourself. Of course, just don't change yourself. Just be quiet. And that advice is an advice that I rejected instantly because I'm thinking, the moment I lose my voice, I have lost myself.
Yeah.
Because that's an example of how wapishi ni wengi, manahodha ni wengi, yani,
but
who do you listen to?
I feel like those wapishis are always telling the women what to do. Are men told what to do in relationships?
Definitely. We do have our boys. Our boys tell us what to do.
Online.
I'll be honest. Even with people with father figures, like sometimes I'll go to my dad and I'll tell him about scenarios with women, and I'll tell them like, how did you deal with this? I think there's this thing that's going online now where they're saying it's fatherless behavior, and they use it to refer to women, but really it's kind of to be referred to men as well. A lot of these guys don't have father figures, not really, or they're not comfortable with their fathers, so they also seek relationship advice from, like, the Andrew Tates and all that bullshit. So pia kumbuka kwamba hao pia ni mapishi.
Andrew Tate
pia ni mpishi mkubwa hapa mjini.
Andrew Tate ni mpishi. And the youngins, they are eating my tax bracket. My age bracket does not listen to Andrew Tate, and I'm grateful. For the girlies who are dating the Andrew Tate followers, now I put you in the altar. I think my hands on you.
The ideology that Andrew Tate gives is called Tateism. My young brother was a Tateist. Hey! Anyway.
You were saying?
That was your point. I was asking if they also have.
They also get I've seen men give other men advice. Like, I really feel like this market of giving women advice is much bigger for women. I think, and even more lucrative for women. It's bigger for women because we are taught we are assigned value based on that.
Yeah. And I think also, you are more. Yeah, I think the game has changed so much, right? So it's hard taking advice from older guys or from my dad because the type of women are different. Yes. The women that he had to deal with versus the women that are in the market now are so different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much different.
On that actually, I've learned something. Kwamba, men are being raised the same. Men are always raised to provide and to lead. However, women now are also being raised to provide and to lead. The mothers we had lifted us up, right? And when we raise our daughters, we'll do the same. However, men are not raised to adjust to these women who are raised to provide and lead. Kwa hiyo, I think it's harder for them as well because we're evolving, but they're not being taught from home how to deal with an empowered woman.
That's a deep point.
It is.
We don't know. A lot of our fathers didn't have to deal with it, so they didn't teach us how to deal with these new women because they've never experienced them.
Yes.
Some of us are lucky. My mother's side of the family, all of the women were the firstborn, so they were raised to be very independent women. So I've grown around independent women who can hold their own. So those kinds of things don't feel emasculated.
They're not foreign to you.
I grew up in a household where my mom is allowed to be a woman. She's allowed to be a provider. She's allowed to do what she wants within reason. She's not attached to my father. So I never feel a woman is attached to my hip. Like she can do her thing, I can do my thing. I'm very secure because that's the environment that I grew around when it comes to, at least in that aspect of a relationship where you're letting a woman breathe.
Yeah.
You know?
That's interesting because me, I hold a very different opinion, right? Okay. And my opinion is I think women, or all of us, but mostly women right now, we are very confused because there is one thing being pushed, which is not being pushed, but it's already here.
Yeah.
Kwamba you're a woman, you can do it, you're feminist, what. Then right now there is a new one coming, kwamba you should soft. Also be soft in your feminine era and whatnot. So you will find a woman who's very confused there, and you will find a confused bunch as well.
Please raise your hand if you're a confused woman.
I'm very confused.
I'm not gonna lie. Let's make this.
Because one time when a man when I feel like a man is trying to, I feel so,
kichwani.
But also sometimes I just wanna be soft, you don't know where, like, you don't know where the balance.
Where do we stand? And
Exactly.
I feel like this rise in soft girl feminine era is like a rejection to that strong girl.
Yes.
You know, culture is swinging a pendulum of extremes. So at any point in time, there'll be two extremes.
Yeah.
And both of them have valid
These
points.
are the two extremes.
They have valid
Soft
points.
feminine era and
Like, I'm a boss
strong,
babe, I'm
exactly.
needy. Personally, I've struggled with that balance when entering relationships, because I know that I want a man to step up, and I know I want a man to lead. Like, if they do that too much, I feel like I am a passive participant of this relationship, and my voice does not matter. It's like, I think even we don't have the answers, by the way.
Yeah,
we're
don't.
still learning the balance of, like, letting him lead. We're actually being taught to let men lead, because from our childhoods we have been on top of things.
Yeah.
For example, when I'm girls' school, I remember the first time I went to a boys' school, a co-ed school in A levels. I remember when the teacher said, "Guys, I need someone to carry chairs." I rose my hand and I went and carried chairs with the guys, because when I came from a single-sex school,
Everyone
there was
doing
no
everything.
there was no masculine, feminine. It was, there's a table that needs to be moved. Come move the table.
Yeah.
So I think till this day, even in my relationship, I'm learning that balance of when do I let him lead, and when do I sit back and sit in my feminine. And that balance is very tricky, I think, for a lot of working class women.
Yeah. Cousin.
Yes.
Do you feel this? Like, have you ever experienced maybe a woman who is conflicted? Like, you can see she wants to be, but she also wants to be soft.
So that was actually one of my points here. So we can segue to it right now. One of the reasons I think dating in Dar is in the pits is because women want traditional men who treat them like progressive women. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I feel attacked. And my edges are pulled.
That is true.
You gotta pick one, because there's traditional guys out here and there's progressive guys out here, and I feel like women want the best of both worlds.
We do,
and we're just not there yet.
We are not.
If you want a man who has traditional feelings, I'll provide.
I'll do
You're my
everything.
wife, I'm the husband. Then he also expects to get home and find food on the table. There's a lot of like small traditional things. He doesn't want you to work. Anataka. I know guys who are my age who want their women kufua for them, like hand.
I've dated a guy.
They don't even want the clothes to be washed on a machine. Nataka ufue nguo zangu
Your
mwenyewe.
age? Umesoma wapi?
My age, yeah, I'm telling you.
Please tell us the universities and the high school so we can avoid them.
You think it's even the universities and the high schools? No,
it's just how they were raised. Like, my mom was doing this for my dad.
So I expect
I want to
my
be the
wife-
same man that my father was, and I want a wife who's the same way that my mother was. That's just that plain and simple.
May they find those kinds of women.
May they find love outside Dar
Yes,
Salaam.
Yeah.
may they not
Because
find
we are in Dar
that.
Salaam.
And then you also find like progressive men like me, but then when you start having conversations with women, there's conversations you'll have and they'll be like, no, but you're the man, you're supposed to do this and supposed to do that.
Yeah.
And it's not just financial, it's other things. It's just like, for example, family structure. It's like I love telling women I don't want a wife, I want a partner.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love the sound of that.
Yeah, partner is beautiful. I like partner more than I
Every
like
woman
wife,
you tell that to loves the sound of that until we actually unpack
We're
what it
in a
means.
partnership. We're doing
Partnership.
50-50.
Not even, doesn't have to be financial, because if
Yeah.
I'm making money, I'm making money, but just even in terms of like certain kinds of responsibilities, certain kinds of conversations. I want to have a conversation about where I want us to be in the next 5 years, and some women will be like, no, like, you're supposed to lead me. You're a man, you're supposed to lead
tell
me.
me.
It's a partnership. It's not supposed we're not supposed to be, I'm not supposed to be leading you anywhere. I got into a partnership with you because I want to split these decisions and hear
That's
your
a
thought
very
process.
interesting point.
Yeah.
I think
Wow.
that's actually the ideal, I would think, where women like us can find a balance of not leading alone, not necessarily leading, but us doing things together, but at times being able to lean back and let him do everything. I
Yeah.
feel like that balance is necessary, but also very tricky for a lot of modern
very
women.
tricky.
It's tricky. Yeah.
Hey, you guys have brought in very deep points. Me, my point.
It's only been 5 minutes.
Every nigga in Dar is someone's nigga.
God damn.
Dar es Salaam is small like this.
It's too small.
It's too small.
It's too
and
small.
I don't know if it's like the hookup culture. I think the hookup culture has really like imechanganya sasa in Dar es Salaam. So now everyone is hooking up with everyone, kind of thing. So let me give you a storyline of what happened to me last year. I think I gave you that story.
I remember that.
I've met this guy online. I think he ticked all the boxes that I had. Like I really, really liked this guy. And he didn't, huo ni kaka ambaye hakuwa na red flag. Like he didn't have any red flag.
Glossy,
he would call me
shiny.
every day. He would call me every evening. He would check up on me. But he lived far away. He lived outside of the city. He lived in, let me just say this, he lived in Mwanza.
That too is a green flag, right? I mean, that is...
Yeah, actually it was a green flag because he doesn't live here.
You're not polluted by this
kind of thing,
environment,
right?
Yeah.
So all this time we were going back and forth of how we're going to meet. Is he going to come to me? Am I going to come to him?
Yeah.
I always felt a bit uneasy to say, okay, let me come to yours, especially at first meeting.
Yeah.
So it was always like, you should come this side. So finally, he was supposed to come this side, but he was coming for other stuff, right? He now tells me, oh, I'm going to sleep at my friend's house. Then we're going to meet. He said he's coming on a Friday. Then we're going to meet him on Sunday. I don't know why I shouldn't meet him on Friday or Saturday.
Because he's excited to see you. You're his girl, right? Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? It's fine. Let me not be the girl who is, naggy or something, yeah? Tell me why I call this man's, right? On that Friday evening, knowing that I'm a shafika, just to like, hey babe,
how are you?
Kind of thing. Tell me why another woman picks up the phone.
So his voice lost, like, imekuwa soprano all of a sudden.
My dear. Hey.
Damn.
This girl is like, hey. I'm like, hi, how are you? And she's like, I'm fine. And I'm like, hi, I want to speak to so-and-so. And she's like, oh, so-and-so is asleep. And I'm like, okay, wake him up.
They love to get that off. He's asleep or he's in the shower right now.
Yeah. He's like, wake him up. He's like, who are you? Kwani wewe ni nani? I'm like, I'm the girlfriend. And she chuckled. Like, she laughed. Like, she chuckled in a way of like,
evil.
You're adorable.
Like, you think.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Like, that's cute. You think? Aww. I felt so bad. I was just like, yeah, no. Like, she was, okay, I could tell, like, she's giving, she's trying to kushushua, like she's kushushua you in a soft way. You know?
She's learned. Yeah.
She's like, darling, no, it's fine that you think that, but I'm the girlfriend and he's here because of me, because tomorrow we are going for a getaway trip together, a vacation. And I was just like, you have to be kidding me. Is this a prank? I really thought it was a prank. And she was like, no, sorry, darling. I'm sorry. And she even told me, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
Poetic.
She was petty.
Poetic and
very
petty.
Poetic.
That wasn't like, her first rodeo. You weren't the first side chick to come in the picture.
So I hang up. I called again. Kwa kweli niliwasumbua that night. Niliwasumbua sana. I did. But I think that Nanili alone just showed me how much niggas in Dar just ain't shit. Like, because, okay, fine, Sawa, you are dating me, and why put her in a situation where she would have to, like, pick up a phone of another girl? I don't know, it's just messy,
It's very messy.
Kwa nini wanaume wanafanya hivyo, Nanili?
I was actually going to counter your point, so...
Counter with what?
Let's let him cook.
Nah, let me cook, man. Let me land.
Slow cook.
I think Dar dating is in the pits because women love claiming niggas that aren't theirs, and I've seen that firsthand. I've experienced that. So a couple of years ago, and I think one of these girls is definitely married. The other, I think, is close to being married now. But I started seeing one. And then in the middle of it, I started seeing the other. It was casual. It wasn't, there was no commitment. I was just sleeping with both of these girls. And the second girl that I was sleeping with was a lot more open-minded. She was a bit older. So I was like, yeah, like I'm fucking this girl and I'm fucking that girl. So she knew the women that I was sleeping with. And
she knew?
Yeah, she knew.
Like,
it was open.
Casual.
Like she was an older woman. Yeah, she was an older woman. The other girl that I was sleeping with was younger than me, but this one was older than me a little bit. So she was learned. Like she knew what this was. She knew that we're just hooking
exactly
up.
What's going on.
And you're a young man. You're out here.
Yeah, do you?
Do you. Like when I need it, I'll get it. Just do you. But anyway, long story less long. Those two girls had mutual friends.
So those two girls, one of them is the older woman, or
and one of them is the older one, and one is younger.
Okay.
And so the older and the younger girl have a mutual friend. They have some mutual friends in common.
This city is small.
And
this city is
very
my
small.
point exactly.
Yeah. And so what happened was, the younger girl was going around telling people like, "Oh, that's my man, like that's my boyfriend." And so
maybe you are treating her like
this
Nah.
guy treats women nicely.
I treat so I fuck them
treats
good
women
and I
nicely.
treat them nicely, but it's never we both know what this is. So she was telling people like,
you know what this is.
she was telling people that, that's my man, and then it got back to the mutual friend. So the mutual friend was telling the older girl like, "Hey, you told me about, you're seeing cousin and you guys are having a little thing." And to be honest, me and the older girl were having we were hooking up, but we were having like a intimate thing. Like we were going somewhere. We were lying to ourselves that it was going somewhere.
But something was happening.
But something was happening. So the mutual friend came back and was like, "No, like that nigga has a man." And it was worse because she told her like, "This is his girl," and I had just told the older woman like, "No, me and that girl are just sleeping with each other." So now
she's confused.
Now she's confused. Now
Yeah.
she's thinking, "Oh, this girl that you told me you're just sleeping with is your actual girlfriend, and now you're just like playing games with me when I gave you the environment to be completely honest with me."
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it kind of made it weird for a little bit.
You know what? No, that's another point of mine, right? That no one, like, we have lost the way, we have lost the traction of how relationships go.
The stages.
The stages. And that's why these things happen. Stages were, you ask a girl out, then you have sex with her. Now,
Ask a girl out as in,
like
Like, let
hey,
me go out
I'm
and
a date, or can you be my girlfriend?
both.
No, both.
Okay.
You
But now we skip those two. Hawendi date, tupelekwe date. Na huombwi kuwa mpenzi. Unaanza tu nalalwa.
Unalazwa.
I mean, now, okay, honestly, I feel like the new norm now is let's sleep with each other to see if there's more than sex here. And then after that, let's start going out on dates.
I feel like the actual stage, I have a different opinion. I feel like you meet in person, there's a spark, you exchange social medias or phone numbers.
I thought you were going to say we're going to exchange bodily fluids. Go ahead.
That happens sometimes.
As in.
But I think how it normally works for most people, I see you, you see me, we have something cute going on. I feel like there could be something. We exchange numbers or Instagrams or whatever you have it. We talk for a couple of days. We meet up in person. So the deed happens either after the date goes well, or maybe the next date or date 3. I think that's how things go
That's
at
reasonable.
this moment. Like even in between that timeline, you still haven't established where this is going. And for women, I know for women, once we get physically involved,
It's already
we
there.
lose our mind. Me personally, I lose my mind. The common sense just flies off of me.
I just want to throw this out there. I don't know whether you guys are doing it or not, but your homegirls are fucking on the first night.
And
First
that's
night of
the
what?
problem
Of just meeting?
Of meeting.
Yeah, on the first date. Like, we're having sex on the first date.
Like they didn't know you before today.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think all the women I've slept with this year, it was
I'm sorry. I think
Kama umefika body count ya 2024 ya kazi. Nyosha mkono?
Nah, I mean, I'm not saying it's like 30 women,
Oh yeah, for sure, because he has standards.
but I am saying
He does have standards. He has standards.
But I am saying
Yeah.
the women that I've slept with this year, yeah, I think maybe all of them. It was on the
Guys, can we
first.
please bring back? Let's bring back first of all shame. Yeah. Let's bring back manners.
No, but you're being old-fashioned now.
Standards.
Now you're being old-fashioned. We're in a progressive world. Like, if a woman is attracted to you and she wants to take it,
Yes.
she gonna take. Like,
Okay,
a
not
lot
to be judgmental,
Yeah.
and it's fine. We love progressive.
It's not
right?
fine based on what you want. If you want a commitment of any sort, then make it clear. But I think
Sex
Why,
shouldn't
why,
be your
why
first
doesn't
foot.
why should commitment be tied into sex though?
because sex is a commitment of sorts. Not you and
It
Nini.
is.
You know we're risking our lives every time we have sex.
We are risking our lives.
We are risking our lives and the lives of our future generation.
You can get diseases kissing someone too. So
No, what disease is HPV? At this point, we all have HPV and we're fine.
Mimi, I just think Dar es Salaam is so small and we're exchanging fluids. I've probably kissed you and you don't even know.
definitely.
We're exchanging saliva out here.
We really are, babe.
I don't like it. Let's bring back structure, right? I don't know. I don't know
on the
I don't-
point of structure. That is tough because let's say, for example, I know I'm speaking for the girlies who want to find love, right? Who maybe you're not looking to marry, but you do want to be in a stable, committed situation, relationship. I mean, it's kind of the rules, the structure is rigged in a way because I've noticed that dudes get very deflective of the "what are we" conversation.
Yes, they hate it.
No matter how it comes up.
Why do you hate it?
No matter how it comes up, there's a way they deflect. So
do you guys want to know why?
Why are you afraid of "what are we"?
Because once we define it, you guys start acting weird.
Okay, what definition is this?
Once there's a label, a lot of times once there's a label, you start trying to fit into the label as opposed to us just continuing what we were doing. That's why people date for a long time, and then once they get married, things start getting really tricky because there's things that you are letting me do because you're trying to make me your boyfriend, but now that I'm actually your boyfriend, you have a different whole new standard.
As you get lazy?
No, you just have a whole new standard. There's things that you didn't mind me doing because I wasn't your man, but now I'm your man, and now you mind me doing it. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but I'm saying if we were dating, getting to know each other, and I spent 6 months doing a particular thing, it could be anything, whether
maybe spanking me, say.
Okay, I don't know any girls who don't like being spanked.
Going out late,
coming back,
yeah.
Or like not
not
texting you good morning in the morning.
Yeah.
Like me picking up where I left off the night before in terms of communication, or not communicating with you the first thing I wake up.
Yeah.
It's something that there's a lot of things that women will tolerate because there's no label to things, but once we define it, suddenly you can't tolerate it anymore.
So they lose their autonomy.
We lose what we had because I'm with you because we had this perfect thing to me, but now you're changing the rules because we've changed the label.
So that sounds like once the terms are over, like it sounds selfish.
It is selfish.
It sounds selfish. But like I'm here because
I'm here because of the idea that I want.
Because I can do whatever I want.
This narrative to
but now that you have boundaries,
I don't like it.
Well,
no, I'd respect it more if you set those boundaries in the beginning. Don't set those boundaries now, because the only reason I'm even here is because there weren't any boundaries.
Okay, that's another topic of your standards as a woman.
Yeah. Women, let's have standards.
Okay.
Please, your point.
This is a general point. Another reason why dating is so hard is because the rejection is personal. If it was a job interview, I could say, oh, maybe I didn't make it to the interview phase, ya kuonana face to face. Maybe I failed the aptitude test. Maybe they didn't take my CV to the next stage. Maybe if they had given me a chance, I would have won, right? But in the game of dating, it's about getting to know the person, right? Who they are, what they like, what they don't like. So if you go on a situation with someone, or on that journey, or that structure of getting to know someone, and you like them, and it doesn't work out because they're not interested, it's personal.
It's very personal.
Because they don't like
you.
Like
me.
They don't like the way you... I hate the way that you walk. I hate the way that you talk. I hate the way you say my name. Kendrick song.
I hate the way that you dress.
I hate the way that you sneak this.
That's exactly what it means. And it's hard. If you don't like the person, it's whatever. I don't care. I never liked you either. But if you like this guy or if you like this girl and you show them all the signs and let them know that if they ever try, you would receive them and this could go somewhere, and they don't take that chance and they show you they stop texting you slowly. Because these days there's never breakups. There's only moving on. We're just like,
in short, we don't have structure anymore.
We need to create let's create a constitution as what to people.
We do.
What do you call it? A process flow.
A dating manual.
A manual. And
if you like to follow, it's
you
fine.
follow it, because what the hell is happening out here? And hakuachi.
Make relationships great again.
What's going on? Quite, it's very personal, especially if you like them, and it can be hard not to internalize that rejection if you like this person and they don't like you back.
True.
Maybe just on top of your point, because I think it relates so much to yours, Shanira. I think everyone's just scared of getting hurt now. Everyone's scared of being hurt. Everyone's scared of being rejected. Everyone's scared that this might not work out and I can't handle this not working out. But that's what dating is.
It's
that's
a
what
risk.
Life is.
Love is a risk. It's a risk.
It's a big risk.
It's a risk.
But wait.
And there's only one winner. If they could be
if you're a Christian, there's 4 winners if you're Muslim.
Okay, there's 4 winners if you're Muslim, there's 1 winner if you're Christian. If you're polygamous, there's even 10, 15 winners. Meaning kwamba, at the end of the day, no matter how many people you date, ideally you'll marry 1 if you're Christian. If you're a Muslim, there can be up to 4. If you're an African polygamist, it can be even more than that. Like in mwisho wa siku, the candidates ni wengi, nominees ni wengi nominees ni
Definitely.
wengi
Yeah.
lakini washindi au mshindi ni huyu
Mmoja.
kwa hiyo it's a hard game because in that risk you take you fail like 99% of the time.
Me, I have an unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
Bring back arranged marriages.
Who would you like to arrange your marriage?
My
your mom?
dad.
Your dad? Why your
Yeah.
dad?
I think men, I think, and my dad also thinks the same, that men have a very logical outlook of relationships. For us, we're
okay.
very rosy. So
Yeah.
if I give my mom that jukumu, she'll give me what she wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a man who is probably a church boy, but my dad will give me someone who's very practical. Anaweza siwe church boy, anaweza hata akawa maskini. Lakini practical, anajua kabisa huyu atampenda mwanangu.
Wataendana, wataelewana.
They will gel. I know my kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think that worked out for our ancestors very well, because the moment you like ata when they started now, because my dad's era, they dated.
Yeah, they
Hawakuwa
dated,
arranged, yeah. Even when you brought someone who you thought you loved, still the parents had a say.
Hey,
Walikuwa
the
wanaenda-
parents were the end all be all.
yeah, parents wanaenda wanatuma mshenga aende akapeleleze hiyo familia huko na nini,
Wakajue.
and that was perfect, you know.
Background check.
Mpeleleze huyo kijana.
These days we don't have background
We don't
checks,
have
by the way.
Ukipeleka kijana, mama anasema tu jamani, sawa, watoto wamependana, imeisha hivi, unaelewa. Afu huko unaenda kuonyeshwa shege. No, guys, bring back arranged marriages.
In this topic of arranged marriages, who would you like to arrange your marriage in your family?
In my family, mix of both. So I'm of the opinion of Tekla a little bit. Like if I'm still single in like 2-3 years, maybe I'll do the arranged marriage route, because I believe with marriage, right, it's not just about me loving you and you loving me.
True.
I have a strong rule, and I give this to people sometimes. My mom has to like you and your mom has to like me. That's like a non-negotiable for me. If your mom doesn't take you, if my mom doesn't take you in like a daughter and your mom doesn't take me in like a son, it's not gonna work for us.
Yeah.
There are women who your mom likes. Are you with them, cousin?
Yeah, there's one particular woman that my mom adores that's never happening.
But I feel like moms are very receptive. Do you think there's a woman your mom would be like, hey?
No, moms are not receptive.
Really?
Nope. Especially from their sons. Yani wanawake wanaoletwa na watoto wao wa kiume.
To other women. Okay, I know. Okay.
Dads, they don't give a shit.
Yeah, because with men it's an ego thing. Like if my dad ever tells me I don't like your wife, those are fighting words. I could punch you in the face.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean you don't like my wife? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like you're disrespecting my wife, you're disrespecting me.
Yeah.
With women it's different. So even my dad always says if you ever bring a woman home, I'll just ask you, do you really love her? Do you really want to spend the rest of your life with her? And if you say you do, I'll keep my reservations to myself.
Kina mama sasa. Hey. Anajua mimi sijampenda, ni kama vile yani hata alivyopita hapa.
And
the truth of the matter is, right, whether we like it or not,
Yeah.
our moms will have a say in our marriages. Like they will involve themselves in our
one way or
marriages in one way or
another.
another. So if they love your partner, they'll always
It's
try to
gonna be
bring in
awesome.
resolution and peace.
Yes, true.
If they don't, it'll always be lakini si nilikwambia.
It's true. You're on your own, boy. You're on your own.
I warned you about her. This is exactly what I told you about her. Look at you now.
That's a tough one. As we're praying for our husbands, let's pray for our in-laws.
Let's pray for our in-laws.
Yo.
That's a very important prayer point.
Yo.
Very important. Any point from your side, cousin?
Oh wow, okay. I have a strong one.
Mm-hmm.
Dating in dar is in the pits because all women assume that men are cheating.
Aren't they?
Aren't they?
No, we're not.
Assumption.
I've
That's not assumption.
I've never cheated actually.
Cousin.
You know, I think definitions of cheating vary deeply and greatly.
I have never cheated.
Meaning
What is
that
cheating?
I think I know what he means. I think he means I have never committed to a relationship.
Enough to?
Not that. I have never been committed. I'm with you, Tekla. We are dating. We are doing this. Halafu nikaenda kwa mwanamke mwingine. Yani the moment I've committed, I'm here. I think it's because he's not committed to anybody. So there's no.
But you know, cheating is a muscle. Cheating is like if hiyo kitu anayofanya yeye hopping from one woman to
Bachelor
another
sugu.
just because I've not committed to any of you. That's yani that will continue even when you're within nanili. You'll always feel like no, but just do it and never get caught.
The reason I say that is in my past life of being a side nigga, that's what the women love saying. I'm doing this because I'm sure he's doing this as well. And some of them don't have proof, they don't have evidence. But
women's intuition is always right.
Yeah. She'll be like, kwani yeye afanyi? I'm sure anafanya. And yes, there've been other I've been a plot for revenge before. Like I've been used as a device as a device for revenge before. Like she found out that the man cheated. Those are the best kind of shout out to all the women that have used me for revenge. Like I hope you and your man go through it again. I miss you. But yeah, so there are those kinds of women out there. But then there's the ones who have no evidence. They're just assuming. They're just like, all men cheat. All men are outside, so let me also be outside.
Because she dreamt of it. She had a dream.
No, mtu tu ana trauma zake. Tunarudi it back to PTSD. Mtu, she was cheated on in the last 16 relationships. This 17th one is the one where she found a man who's serious about. Yeah, he's the good one. But now you're like, let me not miss out this opportunity to have fun with cousin, just in case this 17th nigga is also doing me dirty behind the scenes.
I think we tell each other. I think dar dating is so bad to the point that we're all telling each other bad stories. Like we're all telling each other nightmares, right? No one has ever sat down.
Go to Tanzania Dictionary on a Friday.
No one has ever
go.
No one has ever sat down and told us like the rosiness of, hata wewe mwenyewe unaogopa sometimes. Yani you might be in a good relationship. Lakini unaogopa kusema mazuri kwa sababu sije mwanaume wako
ikatokea.
Kind of thing.
Caption paragraph that day na kuembarrass.
Women tuko na akili, yani akili yetu imejaa tu
men
are cheaters.
Inherited PTSD. It wasn't you, but it was your friend.
Yeah, it was your friend, it was your friend's friend,
it was your mom, it was your
a colleague, so it's always this thing that's, he's also cheating, he's probably cheating, sasa at the end of the day, what results into that is all of us start cheating. Because we feel like everyone is cheating.
And then now even the non-cheaters become cheaters because everyone's cheating.
Everyone is cheating. Like, everyone is cheating. Let's cheat. It's one ball of confusion.
So I'll admit I'm guilty of this. Some of these women that I've dealt with, at some point I'm like, yo, but Flanny doesn't deserve this. Like, your man doesn't deserve this.
Yeah.
Imagine revenge is telling you, actually, leave it to God.
I'm definitely the side nigga who's judging. I want y'all to know that right now.
Sucks to be fucking with you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Me, I'm there having a good time.
Now revenge.
By the way, you're a nigga.
I mean, no.
No, because like
do what you came here to do. Don't judge me.
Some of these guys, man, are great men. Like some of these guys are good guys, man. Like some of them, they're coming to mind. Good guys. Simu.
Yeah.
And you're working. He's working. He bought you the car that me and you hooked up in. It's just they don't deserve that. They deserve better, man.
This is why his identity remains anonymous.
Yes, cousin for life.
They deserve better, man.
Anyway,
I need to recover from this. You know what? Me, I've had this convo with a friend before. I'm in a relationship, a very committed one, and I know for sure that I'm safe from cheating. You know why?
Why?
My man doesn't eat meat. Like, he's vegan. He's plant-based. He can't cheat. If you can resist the urge to eat meat, come on now. Nyie mnajua njaa nyie. Mnajua njaa ukaresist kula chakula ambacho unakipenda. Discipline. So guys, the plant-based community, those are the guys to date. Sarah, you heard it here first.
Mimi basi tena.
Wale wanakula nyama, waogope sana. Afu ndo wako hivi.
Ndo wako. Yani wewe wako ni 1%. Ndo wako.
Afu ni black.
Wewe. Nimekuisha.
Oh god. I have a reason here. It can be tough to date people because you don't know their intentions. You can date someone, and by intention I mean like not just intentions, their background as a whole. What if this person is a narcissist? What if they're an abusive person? By the time you find out, isn't it already too late? Ushapigwa makofi hapo. Like, especially now that we're dating people off of social media. Mtu amekutext too. Hey, how are you? I like your photos. Let's get to know each other. God. I know it can work out more than it doesn't. Hujui ni nani? Anaweza kama ni wale Tinder swindler. Online dating. You never really know where this person is from.
Yeah.
And that's why I recommend you date your friends.
Ew.
Date people you know, guys.
I can definitely date people I know, but friends, nah.
At least a mutual. There are people ambao I've been on dates with. I have zero mutuals. Like, I don't know anybody who knows me. You don't know anybody who knows me. Like, it's dangerous sometimes. Like, they may not be. I know we live in a peaceful country relatively. Like, I don't think a lot of drama happens here. Femicide does happen, but I cannot compare to the rates in Nairobi or in Johannesburg. Dar es Salaam is relatively safe. Lakini, it does not mean that you particularly are safe. Sometimes you just meet someone off of LinkedIn, you meet someone off of Instagram. Hujui anataka nini na wewe? Hujui yeye, perhaps yeye kutake your star. Kuchukua nyota yako. Like, you just, it can be hard if you don't know where this person is from. I have dated someone who I really enjoyed the relationship, by the way. One of my funnest relationships, and I'm glad I was safe. Even if potentially, angeamua kunidhuru, angenidhuru.
True.
I dated someone who made illegal money, babe.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
And I learned that just because you're a criminal doesn't mean you're a bad person. You can date a criminal and they're the best people.
Majambazi wana wake zao jamani.
Ndio. There is honor among thieves. Kuna mtu ambaye you have your man there who's earning legally, who's being paid legally. Lakini he's an asshole. He treats you like trash. And then there's a criminal who his family, Pablo Escobar.
Wanampenda.
He loves his wife. So you guys,
nyumbani karibu baba.
The kids are like, the kids, daddy. Lakini jambazi.
Daddy is my hero. Jambazi.
So sometimes it's hard, especially dating on apps or online.
After you explaining it makes sense, because me, it was rare for me to date someone that I know, like people know.
Yeah.
Like, it's always someone very new. Stranger. And I think, I'm very naive about, like, someone me. I don't know. I'm just...
You never know. So I'm glad that we're in a relatively safe country. It's not the States where someone could be a proper serial killer and you're his victim.
Why?
It's not like that here. Lakini, there is a level of just pray to God that you're safe. Just pray.
True.
Really. True. Because you don't know where these people are coming from and what are their intentions with you.
My other point. This other point, I think potential men, not by potential I mean eligible bachelors, a man who, the 1%, the men who
what
the
makes
women
you think
want.
They're 1%? What if they're 30%?
Sisi ndo tupo.
They are 1%.
you are cousin is 1%, believe it or not.
They are making dating in Dar hard because of the gold digger assumption. You think I'm here to take your money? Yes, I might be.
But amongst other things,
yes. I really have love for you.
I love you.
I got into a relationship with this guy early this year. It was short-lived. You can tell that this guy is not from a good, like, he's not from money. He's from struggle, and he worked his way up, kind of thing. And he's young, like he's 28, 29, but he's earning good. You know, he's kind of like
shiny,
things are looking
1%,
up. Yeah. And I remember in the very beginning of our relationship, he made very the comments were not needed. Like unwarranted comments about money and how he feels like I might be here for the money kind of thing. And in my mind, I'm like, I really like you. Like, okay, you are accomplished, and it's one of the things that I liked about you, but not because I'm here to come and take your money, And I remember this one time, I like giving my men some responsibilities because you are here for a reason. Yeah, of course.
Come on.
Yeah, you have to have responsibilities.
You are here and my life is exactly the same the way you found it.
Yes. No. So, this one day I wanted to go and do my hair. Tell me why. I tell this guy, hi baby, I want to go do my hair. Can you please assist to, give me money
it's
to
just
go
hair.
braid?
It's just braids.
And he was like, we huna budget ya nywele kwenye hela yako ya mwezi.
What were you doing before you met me? How were you getting by?
I was just like, I was getting by, obviously, very well.
But you weren't here. Now that you're here, justify.
I'm just asking if you can assist.
Justify why you're here. Yeah, step up to the plate.
Hey! I remember we had a whole conversation, a back and forth of why he can't give me 40K to do my hair.
And it's not that you don't have it, because you have the 40K. You just, like, the balance.
It's a principle thing. I think okay. So both of you guys know that there's a similar scenario that happened to me around the time of the last episode.
Yeah.
And I lost the love of my life over I think like what 20K. I don't know.
Imagine this man lost Tekla over 40K. And then
okay, so to be honest, and I'll let you continue landing. I think also the problem now is a lot of men's gold digger radar is off. They don't know actually how to spot gold diggers. Some of these women aren't some of these women aren't gold diggers. We come from niggas wanna compare it to Marekani, where the state of their society is different. We still live in a traditional society. It's regular for women to try and test to see if you're a provider.
Yes, that's really what it is.
So I know sometimes it's not about the money. You're not actually asking for 40K, but you're asking like, when I'm in need, can you show up for me?
Yeah.
You know?
Listen,
that's exactly
1%. This one here is a 1%.
Much love to you, cousin.
Yeah.
I love you.
Stop using him for revenge. Stop.
He likes it though.
Stop.
I mean, I'm trying to outgrow it. I'm trying to be better.
He's done.
So
but I remember this bothering me so. It didn't bother me because I really wanted. Because at the end of the day, I did my hair with my own money.
Yeah.
But it bothered me that you really think I'm here to snatch 40K out of you.
How will it change my life?
You know?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And I remember it going on some other day as well. I use if you know. Few.
We're not saying the name. The
Bank B.
Bank B.
I bank with Bank B, and Bank B has very few Wakala points and ATMs.
Yeah.
So you have to really drive a long way to get your money, and I don't like the whole concept of SIM banking because it makes me overspend. Yeah, like the whole money on your. No, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. So I don't subscribe to it in any bank.
Okay.
So I remember I had to travel to him. It was also a long distance. I had to travel to him to go and see him. And I remember nika book this journey nini, got the nini, and then I was just like, oh shoot, I don't have cash here, neither do I have money in my phone. Right? And I think it has like a timer. You have to pay within 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So I tell him, I'm like, hey, my money is with my bank and I bank with Bank B. I have to drive all the way to town to go and remove the money.
Yeah.
If you have money in your wallet, can you please pay for the ticket? Tell me why this guy went on a rage, like he was enraged. Hey, unataka nikulipia nauli? Sijui nini. What kind of manners are those? Unakuwa kama wadada wa mtaani.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna say he's right, but now that I'm listening to the story, I think me and him are similar in a couple ways. Maybe not in expression, because I wouldn't have expressed it that way. But for me, I do feel emasculated when I do feel emasculated. Wow.
Calm down.
Okay, I do feel emasculated when I feel like a woman is only with me because of my provision. I'd like to think that she's with me because she likes my character.
Yeah.
She is attracted to me. She likes what I do to her sexually. I'd like to think the provision is secondary. And it's emasculating when you kind of find out that no, she's only with you for what you can provide. I think I tweeted about that a few weeks ago. It's like, oh, I need to put my ego to the side and realize that this person is not with me because she likes me, and she's only with me because of what I provide to her. And it was because I was dealing with someone and I was gonna take her on a trip, but she was just making it complicated. Like I was gonna pay for everything, but then she started adding things like, oh no, I need to get my hair done, I need to get this done, I need to get that done.
Sometimes we get greedy.
So it just got to a point where it's like, oh, you only want to go with me
because it's Zanzibar,
if I can do it, can do it all of these ways, but you don't actually want to compromise in order for us to go and have a great trip together. And it's not like someone who we were gonna be in a relationship or be together, but I kind of felt like, especially because it's not someone new, it's someone that we've hung out, we've hooked up a couple times. I thought, we've done enough to where you enjoy my company as much as I enjoy yours.
Yeah.
So you're going to find ways for us to make this happen. But it just kind of started feeling like you're only going to go if I provide every kind of means possible, every kind of comfort to kind of make it almost like a no-go not to go, right? And so maybe that's how that man felt, and maybe he's encountered women that made him feel as though.
I think he has encountered women.
Yeah,
I think,
and it's a trigger.
And it's a trigger.
I think it was triggered because the way he responded was so
disproportionate to the situation.
I remember explaining to him so much that, hey, I'm not trying to do that to you. I'm really trying to say I'm banking with a bank that is very difficult for me to. Like I even offered, can I please return back your money when I it reached to that point, and I in my mind I was just like, yeah, this is a trigger. I think this situation just triggered a memory of
Definitely.
a woman just
when he was used.
It was used like naomba ila nauli akuja nampa nauli piu anapotea kind of thing. And
and to be fair, some of these women are transactional. Like the person that I made the example of, when she saw the tweet, she called me out. She's like, yo, like, you know what this is? There's no future here. Like, we're having fun. We're hooking up. Like, I'm a very beautiful woman, and I know you want me for my body, and you want me for, you know, what I can bring. So why can't I want you? Yeah.
Women in male dominated
fields.
Yeah. Why can't I want you for what you provide when you want me for my body? And I was like, yeah, you call me out. Like, yeah, you stepping on me right now.
Okay, another point.
Okay, I think dating is hard. As much as Dar is small, dating can be hard because of proximity. I live in Kunduchi. You live in Tabata. Even if we're to meet in Masaki, all of us have to make sure we carry our deodorant with us, because when we get to Masaki, we'll all be sweating. You understand? The proximity of it is difficult. And
I feel like only a high schooler can relate to that point.
I know that some people are driving and all that stuff. It's cool. Like, it's still like just that thing of navigating where we meet, where you come. And let's say, for example, we live at work, okay? If you have a 9 to 5, you live at work. How often do you go out to a place to make a connection that you want to see again? The proximity of it. That if we were in school together, it could be easier because I see you every day. I can even learn about you before I date you.
But that's adult dating, babe. You go out of your way.
I know, but no, I'm saying that's a challenge nonetheless. Kwamba the proximity is an issue. And another thing I want to segue into this point of proximity is that sometimes I want to see you. I would like to cup a feel or to make out. I don't want to sleep with you yet. And I know that if I come to your house, or if you come to mine, that could happen, right? Like in this country, you get fined for PDA.
Oh my God, you get fined
you
for
can't,
PDA.
We need to kiss on the street because we're trying to preserve our dignities and our shame. Like now we have to find dingy ass areas risking our lives. Because
just to get a little touch and
if we
feel.
go just to grab a butt, to grab a whatever, you have to go to a place. Mi nishaambiwa story guys. Skiza, mi nishaambiwa story moja simi niwaambie. I even forgot the person who told me. This guy liked a girl. There was an abandoned house. These are the extents. These are the extents we have to go to because we don't want to, go all out. Like, I don't want to come to your house first date. Come on, like, let's just meet somewhere. Let's have a little bit of a touch, and then to sepe, and then we build this. Maybe one day we'll get there. This guy went to an abandoned house. They're making out with a girl. Sijui nini, but again kuna mifuko ya simenti. Oh, yale ule unga wa simenti, ule unga wa simenti, ule stacked up. She sat there, they're making out. Kumbe kuna like proper ants. Alingatwa.
Wow.
Alingatwa, because the police will fine you if you kiss on the street. Can we have a bill or a constitution? Can we just be allowed to make out in public? I know people will look at you funny. There's a consequence to that. Like the fact that we actually have to pay. Me guys, I've been a victim of that. And almost 9 out of 10 times, approximate wise, the day I decide to make out in a, not a public place, but kind of reserved, 9 out of 10 times I'll get caught. 9 out of 10 times we'll spend 5 times the money we spent on the date trying to bribe someone because they caught us.
To clear this out.
And some of these guys are not even police, they're just more security.
Yeah.
That is what is it? Police violence, police brutality.
Brutality.
More security brutality. End it today.
True.
Get those cameras out them cinemas too.
Another point.
Get the cameras out the Indian movie cinemas.
Yeah, take
on
them
a
out,
Tuesday.
I'm
Give us our space.
Yeah, I'm trying to kiss my girl. You know, we're not even doing it. Okay, maybe you are doing a couple things that are crazy, but just
okay.
it's dark. Let us go off.
We need to wrap it up.
All right. So my last point is, the reason dating in dar is in the pits is because people pick revenge over resolution.
Poetic. True.
Wow.
Yeah.
True.
That's very true.
It's not about fixing things. You just want to hurt me the way I hurt you.
Wow.
And so that it's equal, and then we can move on from there. And that's not what love is.
I think that's the best resolution, actually. I might be the person who loves revenge. Because the only way you can make another person feel what they did to you is to make them feel the way. The exact thing. Yani evil.
It's giving tatism, by the way.
It's giving tatism.
What you're saying is giving
It's true.
Women
But
like
it's
Tekla, the
sad.
reason I'm scared.
It's sad that it's like that, but it is like that. I'm telling you, if you have ever had the taste of revenge, it is sweet.
Really?
It is sweet. And the problem with us women, when we revenge, we don't let the man know. Let him know. Because you knew. So when you go to cheat, be reckless about it. Because what's the point then? You are wasting a sin.
Because we'll use you as revenge and not let him know.
Eh.
And when you're in a back in a yoke, he should have known that.
He should have known.
He knows that I did this.
Be reckless. Anyway, that's not me. That's not my character. But I'm just saying.
All the points of view that I speak here do not represent us and our personal characters.
Us, please
Yeah,
disclaimer.
everything I was saying, I was making up just for the love of the pod.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
None
For
of
the
it is
views.
true. None of it is true.
For the views. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's human that we feel like revenge is the resolution. Is the resolution, but it shouldn't be. We should sit down, resolve, evil, and let's go to therapy, please, guys. Let's look for therapy. Hey, read self-help
Talk to your
books,
mothers.
talk to
Hug your mom. Hug your mom.
Just guys,
Find someone you can rely on. I have two things I would like to close with. And I've noticed this as a cultural shift. Guys don't approach women as much as they used to. In my experience, you go out somewhere, someone sees you, right? You can tell there's an energy, and probably if they came up to you, you would be okay with it. Like, I've noticed that some guys, like most guys, the good ones, they don't approach you pale. They want to just see you a second time and a third time. Like, in this adult dating world, like, how many times do you have to be somewhere? And then the ones who approach you,
I don't have time.
and the ones who approach you off the bat, they're most likely hoes. They approach everybody. For them, their thing is like, okay, if I approach 5 girls, at least 2 girls will click, and then one of them will sleep.
It's a sales tactic.
It's tough. I feel like guys are not as forthcoming as they used to be. Cousin, tell us what you think about this. But I feel like the sensible ones, the good eligible bachelors, they're not that much aggressive. So you might not see them again, and that's it.
Yeah, I rarely go out, so I need to add that context there.
Eligible bachelors also don't go out.
True.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys
But
go outside?
I rarely approach women, especially depending on the setting. Like if we're out and about somewhere, and I think my reason is usually it feels like I'm bothering you. Like it's maybe 3-4 people who came up to you, bothered you, like maybe like you're even turned off by the idea. Like you're out, you went out with your girls, you were trying to have fun with your girls, and I'm not trying to interfere. And I actually was talking to someone who was like, no, I'm not the type, like I'm too shy to kind of like just link with someone. If you ever see me outside, come say hello, maybe we can pick it up from there. And I told her, if I ever see you outside with your girls, maybe now that we've spoken, I'll come up to you, but usually I wouldn't, because I know that you're outside. You're trying to have fun with your friends. You've probably already been approached by a number of guys who like kind of like ticked off your night already. They disturbed you, and I'm not trying to add to that list because I'm not gonna be memorable. I'm just gonna be added to the
one of the
I'm just gonna be added to the ick.
And then all the other guys think that way.
Yeah.
So and at the end of the day, nobody approaches you. I promise you, I can go to a place back when I was single and searching, and you find that, okay, these out of the 3 people who are eyeing me, I like these 2. Like, let's see. But they don't come up to you. Maybe they have those assumptions. So nakuta mwisho wa siku, no one approaches you because everyone thinks everyone has approached you. So it's just it's a vicious cycle that just keeps. Date your friends. It's easier.
Another point.
My next one is that. Transparency is difficult.
What do you mean?
It's difficult to be honest with someone from the beginning. Kwamba actually, as a girl, actually I'm here and I actually want to, build something. I don't know if you're interested. Like, I'm not saying I want to marry you, but it's uncomfortable to be open about your intentions from the first date.
Yes.
And unfortunately, that's what you need to do to make sure you don't waste your time, you don't waste their time. Like, at the same time, if a guy was also to be open with you from day one, come back, actually I'm here to fuck. Would you stay?
No.
So it's like, if we were transparent, it would be easier. Lakini sometimes transparency is uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable, but also I think in this generation and age, it's frowned upon. Like,
yeah,
you just want to look cool. You don't want to
flights,
look like you
not
are
feelings.
Yeah,
desperate, and
don't
that's
wanna
the
look
problem,
desperate.
especially with women, because for women, our way of flirting is a bit different. Sometimes if you're so overbearing, or if you're not overbearing, sometimes if you're open from the beginning, I've noticed that dudes don't always take well to that. They could feel like, mtoto kautaka,
yeah,
or like, I got her, she's easy.
I have that fear as well.
Kumbe.
Even now, I'm in a relationship, and sometimes I would send my man a voice note. Then I want to follow it up with a cute message. Yesterday I had to ask ChatGPT, am I too much on my man? I sent him a voice note. Then now I want to send him another text. And ChatGPT was just like, no, you just... And I'm like, you're a robot.
You're not listening after asking. So it's the dating needs vulnerability, and that's difficult to give, especially if this person is a stranger. Like, if you just met this person somewhere outside, how do you tell them, kwamba, actually, I know I don't know you that much yet, but I hope that if this works out, this is what I'm looking for this year. Is it okay with you? I think men can do that, and it's okay, but for women it's hard, because the moment you show interest in a dude, unakuta ni kuna some dudes who like the perpetual chase. Like, the moment you let them know that I'm actually in it, they no longer want to try any. It's been, especially as an outgoing woman, it's been a struggle for me, because I'm very honest and open. Lakini I'm afraid nikikwambia, you might be like, shampata. And then now, what could have maybe, and then now we have to wait for now again, because that has not worked. I've once been, when I was in show, there's a guy I really thought was cute, and I really liked the way he was, and I tried to speak to him. I just walked up and spoke to him. I never approached him or anything, but the way I walked up to him, it means that I went out of my way. Like, it was intentional for me to be there. And the way, how do I say it? It backfired, because I feel like he felt
needed.
Yeah, he felt like, I had given him a trophy without him looking for it, so he stopped caring.
Yeah,
I wish it wasn't like that for girls, because now we have to just sit in the corner like you kidogo, and it's like, bro, I know what I want, but if I tell you what I want, you won't want me back, so now we have to wait for your timeline. Even if I've been sure, there are people who are waiting to be married year 6 right now.
True. Because
they feel like, I don't know, nikwambia itakuwaje, or I'm afraid that you say no, and it's just, it's the transparency of it all is a bit iffy, and it's very uncomfortable, and that's why I advocate you date your friends.
Okay, so really, for me, I think the last thing I would love to say is that there are people, we have a problem with commitment issues. And one very big commitment issue that I know is for real is that you guys will watch our videos and not subscribe. So please subscribe to our podcast. And thank you so much for the love we have gotten on the last 2 episodes. You guys are amazing. Yeah. Please comment below. You guys are commenting on our Instagrams. We love it.
On our WhatsApp.
We love it. Yeah. We love feedback, but would love it if you would comment down below on the comment section what you think. How has dating life in Dar been to you? Tell us all about it. Tell us, guys. We love to hear about it.
Tell us.
Yes, and you'll catch me on Instagram at Tekla 2.0, and
my handle is Shanira, NKISHANIRA.
Yes, thank you very much. Very much.
Cousin is anonymous.
Cousin is anonymous.
You can reach out to either.
If
you know, you can reach out to either Tekla or Shanira if you're trying to get to me. I am single. I am searching for the love of my life.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
He really is.
I'm ready for serial monogamy. I will not cheat on you. I am a traditional man. I'll take care of you. So reach out.
You're safe in his hands.
Yeah. These stories that I've told today are just fiction for the pod. I'm a good man. I promise.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.